Hey, what is going on, guys? It is non-reality, and I wanted to make a quick Lost Ark guide on alts, what you should be doing if you're a casual player, and what you should be doing on your alts if you're a more competitive player. Now, I try to keep the casual list a lot more simplified because I know on at least some of my alts, I don't like doing everything. There's a couple alts where I'll do like every single thing possible, but some alts I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. I'm just going to do the bare minimum. So I'm going to go over what I do, and if you guys have any suggestions in the comments for other stuff I could add to this list, make sure you comment it so people know. But right now for the casuals, it's people that maybe have 1 to 2 alts, maybe you have 3 and you're not really, you don't have a lot of time to do them, but you still want to progress on them. I'd recommend doing the chaoses, just the 2 that you have to do. Don't bother with repeatables unless you have extra time and you want to do those. So for Guardians, I said Guardians at least so rest bonus doesn't fill. What do I mean by this? I mean, you don't have to do it every day because some people get really annoyed at Guardians, but do them so your rest bonus does not hit cap. Even if that's only doing like 1 a day, so it doesn't fill, and then do the rest at the end of the week or whatever. Just don't let them fill. I mean, I'd recommend always doing 2 because you get the bonus like shards and stuff, but I know a lot of people don't like doing them. So if you don't want to do them, at least do them so the rest bonus does not fill. The merchant ship buyout. Now this is one that a lot of people actually don't know about. So let me go in game real quick. And if I go to the port, it's at any port. I'm not going to actually go there, but so for Punica, it is right here. There will be 2 merchant ships, one on the top and one on the bottom. One of these merchant ships will have a tab called normal. And in that tab, you can buy mats with these pirate coins. You can buy a decent, I think it's like 250 armor, 950 or 950 armor, 250 weapon, and some shards, like 5 packs of shards. And the shards, or not the shards, the stones are tradable, so you can trade them throughout. So like if I wanted to take this tier 3 right here and I wanted to get stones for my tier 1, I could actually go there and buy the tier 1 mats and then put them in my roster storage, which if you guys don't know, alt P storage. Over here on the left side is a roster storage where you can put certain mats in, like these right here, boom, and now they're in, and then any of my characters can get them out of there. All right, let's go back to the list. So we covered the merchant ship buyout. Now tower is really important because let me actually go on one of my alts while I talk about this. But if you do the tower, let's go on, he's in the seas. Let's see, is there anyone close to a tower? Zerker is close to a tower. If you do tower on alts, instead of having the main rewards that you got on your main, you will have stones, shards, leap stones, everything you need to enhance. And if you've watched some previous videos, they said like do it on your alt first so then your main levels up. But that was like early game. A lot of people aren't even there anymore, so you might not even have to worry about that. But you want to do these towers at least as much as you can. I wouldn't force it, especially if you're not having fun. Like if you're trying to clear a 450 eye level tower floor and you're 450 and it's taking forever, just come back later. It's really not a big deal, and you don't want to, I mean, the whole point of playing a game is to have fun. But let's just load up here. I love how slow the loading is in this game. I literally have this on an SSD and it still loads crazy slow. But yeah, from this tower you can get up to like, I think it's like 3 to 4k armor stones. You can get like 80 leap stones, a bunch of shard pouches. So make our way over here. Oh, game freezing. We like that. We like that. Come on. There we go. Okay. So over in Vern Castle, if you go this way, this is where the tower is. And if you look here, since I am on my alt whenever it loads. I know, come on, server. I know server resets soon. Okay, so if you look at right here, this is the tier 1 tower on my alt. I get shard pouches, a bunch of stones, some silver, some leap stones all the way up. There's 1,000 stones right here, and you just keep going. There's 1,000 weapon stones, and you just keep going. 7 large shard pouches. Those are crazy. And the same with tier 2 mats right here, crazy. But like I said, don't like push it. Like I can't even do this one, but like I don't even think I did this one because I was just like, this is too difficult. I'll come back later when I can actually do it a lot easier. So that's the tower covered. Now let's go on for and that's pretty much all you have to do for the casuals. That's all you have to do to get at a steady pace to get all your alts to tier 3. And just don't push yourself. If you're not having fun your alts, don't do your alts. Do maybe the chaoses and that's it, and then just do it another day. It's not that big of a deal. But anyway, let's move on to the sweats. This is going to be a lot more intense, and you're going to be doing a lot of stuff. This is for the people that have a lot of time, 8 hours a day, to actually do stuff on different alts. You probably have 6 alts. But let's talk about this. So we get the chaos, which we had in casuals, but we also have and repeatables. If you're in tier 1, tier 2, you want to buy out all of them as much as you can. I'd save this for last though. I'd save this at like the end of the week when you have nothing else to do, because it does get kind of boring, at least for me. Do all your guardians, 2 a day. Just do them. You gotta. You got the weekly abyssals. Make sure you're running the one you're on and then the one under to get the gold. And you can run the earlier ones to get the legendary card. But I don't know if that's one time of roster or not. I'll have to check that and post in the comments, so look out for that. But yeah, do the weekly abyssals up until whatever you can do. The merchant ship, which we covered earlier. We have dailies and weeklies, okay? So not only dailies, but also do your weeklies. Remember, the XP you get from that does stack for roster, which then you can get the Una tokens to trade in for gold. If you don't know about that, look up a guide or something. It's very simple. We have the tower again. Maybe you want to push it a bit harder. Maybe not. It doesn't really matter. We have Mari Shop. Now, I want to make this clear. Mari Shop, not pay to win. It's gems which you can exchange from gold and get the Mari Shop. If you're a sweaty person like I am, you should have a lot of gold saved up to change into gems. But Mari Shop, specifically shards and leaps. Don't put your stones unless you actually have to, and it's at like the end and you really want to push to the next tier before it reset or something. Do not buy stones. I'll cover this later on in the helpful tips area. And next up is guild shop. This could also be for casuals, but I know a lot of casuals don't really want to find a guild and have to worry about participating and being active in the guild. But make sure you get all of your alts into a guild, because if you do, you get these bloodstones. I wonder if I have any on this character. These bloodstones right here. I don't have any, but you can see it. And these bloodstones, you can go to any bloodstone vendor right there. You can type in his name up top here and find him. And he will have shards. He will have tickets for boss rush and cube. He has a bunch of stuff that is very useful. And that is pretty much it for the sweats, honestly. It's a lot, but like it doesn't look like a lot. Let's go on for the helpful tips. This is the last thing I have here. So a lot of reward boxes are roster tradable. What does this mean? This means if you go into your roster storage, like I was saying earlier, you see how I have these boxes. This one right here is from the daily login rewards. You can put these in here, take it out, click it once, pick the one you need, put it back. Never click them all at once if you don't need to. And that covers that. Let's move on. Do different dailies on each alt. Now, this is kind of a thing that I do for min-maxing. If you go to the dailies, there are these rep that you get, like 10 rep, and it's roster bound. So if I do it once on this character, I can't do it on another character. So you can like stagger them. Like let's say I do this one on this character. On my next alt, I can do this one since I didn't do it on this one. And so on and so on. But yeah, that's really good for like getting, actually, I'll tell you why it's really good. So if you go to reputation here, you can get specific rewards like stat potions, emotes, skill points, courage potions, just other stuff that is really helpful. And if you stagger it and you do different dailies on each character, sure, you'll get a bit less leap stones, but overall your account will be more progressed, which is very nice. Now back to my thing I said about up here with the leap stones and shards. Don't overspend. Don't overspend on shards. It should be stones. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't overspend on stones in Mari Shop. Stones are bound to your character. So if you buy 5,000 armor stones and you don't use them and you get to tier 2, now you have 5,000 armor stones in your storage and you can't do anything with them. You might as well just delete them at this point. So make sure you're being careful with the stones. Obviously shards and leaps are fine. I mean, leaps are bound as well, and so are shards, but like you need a lot of them. So because that's the main bottleneck with alts is the leaps and the shards, so it's not that big of a deal if you spend a little bit more on those. Just don't spend the stones unless you're really trying to push for the next tier on the last day of reset or something like that. But that is it for the daily routine and weekly routines for casuals and sweats. I hope this guide helped out. If you have any more suggestions for videos, make sure you post in the comments, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.